Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new Gentek PC product showcase. Today, one-on-one, we're going to be showing you the brand new MSI GE60 and GE70 that have been updated with the Intel Haswell refresh. The very first thing we're going to do is show you an unboxing part of it, that way you know exactly what you're going to get inside. Your laptop will come double boxed with a standard plain cardboard box on the outside, and then you have your actual product box on the inside. Of course, the reason for double boxing is to keep it protected during shipping. MSI's product box is endowed with a black and red design. The MSI logo is on there. You can see we also have a dragon design on the front, and also some of the brand names that go into this laptop, such as Dyneaudio and Steelseries. Now, of course, inside of this box is where we're going to find the actual laptop itself and all of its accessories. The very first thing that we'll remove from the box is going to be the laptop itself, which is in the main compartment. On both sides it has cardboard wings. This helps keep the laptop centered from any kind of shock damage and scratch damage. The protective sleeve that goes over that, black in color. And then we have the inner sleeve, which is white in color, which is going over the LCD lid and the LCD screen, and this protects it from scratching against itself. Now, with all of those things removed, you can have a first look at the GE60. Continuing onward with the unboxing, here in the center we're going to find the laptop's main battery. On the left compartment, we're going to find the power brick. And over to the right, we're going to find a plastic bag, which is containing the product manual, driver's disc, and other miscellaneous documentation. With that, the box is empty and we've unboxed completely. Now, to start the showcase of the GE60, of course this is the 15-inch version between the GE60 and GE70, the GE70 being the same other than it's 17 inches in size. We're going to boot up into the BIOS and show you your BIOS options. You do have RAID here as an option, and the RAID can be applied to the 2 microsata SSDs inside of the system. So you can use a RAID 0 setup for speed if you would like. On the main information screen, this is where you'll get to see all the CPU information. You'll see that this is the Core i7 4700MQ. This is of course a Haswell CPU, and the 8 GB of system RAM that we have. Now that we are exiting the BIOS, we're booting into Windows 8 for the first time, and of course that includes choosing our language. And now that we've completed all of the setup, we are now inside of Windows 8 and ready to go. So the very first thing to notice about the GE60 is going to be the front palm rest area, which is made of a black brushed aluminum. Of course, we have a single very large touchpad in the center, which has a hidden left and right click within it. Moving over to the right hand side of the palm rest, you'll get a glance at some of the product badges. And now our keyboard is a Steelseries chiclet style keyboard that is backlit. However, unlike the GT series, the GE series only has a blue illumination. Turning on the keyboard illumination is as simple as one button press away. As with any keyboard illumination, the best time to really see it is going to of course be when you're in the dark. Taking the product showcase now to the top of the LCD screen, of course we have our built-in high definition webcam and built-in microphone. This is also a good time to take notice of the LCD screen being a matte display and non-reflective. With the laptop on our rotating pedestal, we can give you a 360-degree view of everything. This gives you a great idea of the overall size and looks of the laptop. The LCD lid is just plastic, but it does have a brushed aluminum look-alike texture on the back of it. and of course the MSI logo in the top center. Overall, the unit is amazingly thin, and so considering the hardware that it does have inside, it comes in at a pretty impressive weight and size. Inside of Windows, you're going to find a piece of software that you might be interested in, and this is MSI's System Control Manager. It's a piece of software that gives you a really pretty heads-up interface type design to control a lot of your system variables, such as your screen brightness, system volume, turning on and off main features like your Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. You can even eject the optical drive from here if you chose to. And now everybody, we introduce the GE70 next to the GE60. Of course, to save you time, we skip the unboxing for that laptop. Again, the hardware is the same. The main difference is going to be the actual body size, the GE70 being a 17-inch gaming laptop. So if you prefer the larger screen size, this would be the model that would best fit you. To reassess those similarities between the models, we'll of course give you a quick look. As you can see, the same chiclet style Steelseries keyboard with the blue LED backlighting. Here we have the turn on switch for the backlighting and the turn on switch for the cooling overdrive. Further along now with the side-by-side comparisons, we're on the right side of the unit. This is where you're going to find your optical drive, USB, VGA, and your Ethernet port. Here we have two USB ports on the 17-inch version due to the extra space. Moving to the top side of the laptop, the design and logo is exactly the same on the LCD lid, and the back of the laptop itself contains no interfaces other than where you can see that the battery is inserted. And now to the left hand side where most of the action is, we're going to find our Kingston lock port, the power input for your power adapter, the main exhaust ventilation, a USB port, HDMI output, two USB 3.0 ports, and our audio ports. This is mirrored exactly the same on the larger version, except that you have a multi-card reader in the front. And at last we have the front of the laptop, which is mostly just our status LEDs. Both of these laptops do have a unique feature called the matrix display, and that lets them use two external monitors at the same time using the VGA and HDMI video adapter outputs. And now it's time to weigh both models in. Of course, we have the GE60 taking the first honors. It comes in at 5 pounds and 14 ounces with just the laptop and the battery. The larger brother, the GE70, is coming in at 6 pounds and 12 ounces with just the laptop and the battery. And now it is time for some performance benchmarking. The first test is going to be 3D Mark Vantage, and we have a performance score of 14,789. The hardware used for this testing, as you can see from CPU-Z and GPU-Z, was the Intel Core i7 Haswell 4700MQ and the Nvidia GTX 765 Mobile. The next benchmark up for us to test is going to be 3D Mark 11. On this one, we were able to get a performance score of 4070. Using the exact same hardware as before, this time we also have the temperature logs for you. As you can see, we managed to get 90 degrees Celsius on the CPU and 67 degrees Celsius on the GPU as our maximum temperatures. Over on the GE70, our score is exactly in line with that. And the unit's cooling shows that it fares a little bit better in our testing. The CPU reaching about high 70s Celsius max, and our GPU temperature at 62 degrees Celsius. And of course, with all of our benchmarking done, it's time for the final glam shot of the GE60 and 70 next to each other. The last place that we haven't been yet is of course the bottom of the laptop. Here you can see all of your cooling vents, and you can see the very large bay door that you can remove to get to the internal components of the laptop. In the front we have our speaker system here on the GE70. Over on the GE60, the same, it's just a little bit smaller. Once you remove the user accessible bay doors, you'll see that you have access to your 2 RAM slots. Both systems only have 2 RAM slots, therefore a maximum of 16 gigabytes of system RAM. We have one single cooling fan, which is responsible for both the CPU and the GPU. One single 2.5-inch drive and 2 micro SATA drives. And then we have our combo Bluetooth and Wi-Fi card. Everything of course being mirrored exactly the same for the larger GE70. And that, everybody, is going to conclude our showcase for the MSI GE60 and GE70. If you'd like to learn more about this laptop, all you have to do is visit our website, gentechpc.com. We have the full product specs, pictures, configuration options, and of course the current pricing and availability. If there are any other questions that our video did not cover for you, then of course always feel free to contact us by phone or email. We're always happy to help you. So we hope everyone enjoyed our product showcase. We just want to remind you that this was Gentech PC, and we'll see you next time.